name is Claire Whitten, and I'm on the Georgia SCCLA Region 8 Officer team. So today I'll be talking to you about how to create an effective chapter website. Number 1, platforms to use to make your website. First off, you have to know what platform you're going to use to make your site. There are many different platforms, however, I'm going to mainly focus on Weebly and Google Sites because both of them are free. So on Google Sites, you can have multiple people add to your website at the same time. And on Weebly, you will only have one login for the whole site. Keep in mind, on Weebly, you get more information about how many people have visited the website, whereas on Google Sites, you have to have a Google Analytics account. Keep in mind that on Google Sites, it's harder for you to create your own domain name, which means people can't really find your website. Number 2, make your information easy to find. It's important for people to be able to easily find the information on your website. To make the information easy to find, you can use tabs like our About SCCLA page and our membership information page, where members can learn about who we are and how to become a member. Number 3, implement your social media. So, having your social media on your website is important so that members have other ways to connect with you. You can also have photos on your website of what's on your social media so that they can see what you post. Also, make sure you do have a link to your page. So, rolling right off of that, number 4 is links. Links are very useful to add so that the reader can access the information about the topic you are writing about. So, on our sponsors and partners page, we have links to Georgia SCCLA, National SCCLA, our high school, and our middle school. And then on our SCCLA competitive events page, we have links to all the different star events so that people can learn more about that. And then we also have a star event quiz. So, number 5, make sure your website is current. To do this, you can set a day of the week and update it on that day, because this is important because anything can be virtual or in person in a matter of minutes. So now I'm going to demo Weebly and Google Sites to y'all. Alrighty, so now I'm going to show you like a quick demo of how to do major stuff in both Weebly and Google Sites. But before I do that, I'm going to show you what I mean by domain name. So if people want to search up your website and you give them the exact URL domain name, so like, for example, my chapters is berrienmssccla.weebly.com. So that is much easier for someone to find compared to this. So with that, people can find you better, and it's just easier all around. So now you're going to get a quick thing. To make a new page, you'll go to Pages. And because I already have all of these tabs, I'm going to go here. I'm going to open this one because this one has the least amount of information on it, so it's easier to edit and change to make a new one. So I'm going to click Copy, and then it should pop up down here at the bottom. So now I'm going to click on this one. I'm going to change its name to Demo Page. So now the name is changed. I'm going to go back to build. Mainly you will use your build tab instead of these other pages, but some things on here like this apps page is helpful for some stuff. So now I'm going to click and delete all this stuff. So I just click the X and then I'll click delete because you need it. Sometimes you might accidentally hit the button and you don't want it to delete. So I'm going to delete this section and so now I'm just going to delete this. I'm going to go and delete this. And then also this. So now let's just say I want to have a title on this page because that's important because people need to know what your page is for. So I'm going to drag and drop that there. So I just use the title. This thing should be loading. Let me try it again. There we go. Alright. So I'm going to click here and edit it. So let's say demo page or region rally. So now I want this in the center, so I'll click this. That centers it, and let's just say I want it a bit bigger. So I will highlight it, and then I'll click this plus sign. And then let's just say I also want the color to change. So maybe I want it a white, so you can either pull it over here and get it up in the very corner for a white, or you can select one of these preset colors. So now it's there. Now I want some text so people can learn more about what I'm trying to put on here. So I'm going to click here. I'm going to put this is for region rally period. Thank you for watching my video. So now I want this in the center, so I'll click this button again. And then I want it a little bit bigger, and maybe I want this one a red, so I'll click on this one. And then after it loads, I'll click off of it, and now it will be red. So now I want an image, so I'll grab this image button, I'll pull it over here, and let's just say I want it beside this. So as you can see, there's a small blue box that pops up if you get it in the right place. So I'll click it right there. It will pull up on the side. So you can search for an image. However, that is very limited, so I would actually suggest uploading a picture. So upload from my computer. This thing is kind of slow sometimes, so you have to be patient. So go to Reese tagline logo. So now it's over here. So let me just see where they put it. It should be under recents. My files download up at the top. Alrighty. So we'll close this out. We'll go back over here. here. Sorry. So upload from your computer. We will wait for it to open again. So downloads. I cannot seem to find it. Alright, well, in that case, let me open up something. So let's go to, I do have a website, the tab in my Google Drive so that I can find stuff. So let's just say that I want to use this picture of me. So I'll click open. And then it should pop up in a minute. So now it's a giant, lovely picture of me in my polo. So I will resize it to make it look proportionate and nice. So now that we have my photo, let's add a link. So the button is a link. So let's just say I just want this under both of those things. So now I'll click on this thing. I'll click over here on button text. So let's just say I'm going to actually link it to Georgia SCCLA. So GASCCLA. So button style, I'm going to go with a big blue one because this blue is pretty. I'm going to put it in the center, and then my link is going to be a website URL. So we're going to put www.gasccla.com in there. And I like all of my links to open in a new tab so that people can easily get back to your website. So now that we have it how we want, I don't really mess with the spacing because I don't need it. So I'm just going to go over here, and now I have this link. So now that you know how to do that with Weebly, I'm going to go ahead and do it on Google Sites. On Google Sites, you do your taskbar is on the right-hand side, unlike Weebly where it's on the left-hand side. So I'm going to go to Pages. I'm going to go to Region Newsletter. I'm going to click this button right here. I'm going to click Duplicate Page. So now I'm going to change the name to Demo for Region. I'm just going to keep this one short and sweet and to the point. So that's just going to copy it. So I'm just going to take this off. So to do this, I can click in here and then it will open this thing up, and I can click remove, or I can click this trash button over here, which deletes everything above this dotted line to this top, or everything above this line to this line. So the coming soon is the only thing in there, so that would be fine to do now. However, I wouldn't really recommend to use that in case you delete something you don't want. But if you do that, there is a back button. So now I'm going to change this title. So demo how to use Google Sites. So I'm going to go back to insert. So let's just say I want to use a text box. So in Google Sites, you will click on it. As you notice, I do kind of get confused on which one's which, and I want to pull the stuff from Google Sites onto the site. However, you can't do that. So I'm going to put thanks for watching. For more hints, Google Sites also does for more helpful tips. Go to BarianMSFCCLA.weebly.com. Period. So now let's just say I want to link this because I have the BarianMS.FCCLA.weebly.com. So I'll click this button right here and I can insert a link. So I want the link to go to so I'll click apply. So because I have that, we're going to actually take this out. And so just this part will be highlighted and the link. So now that I have this link, so I can also have another type of link, which Google also calls a button. So I'll want to link this one to Georgia FCCLA, so GAFCCLA. So the link is going to go to GFCCLA.weebly.com. Or not .weebly.com, sorry. Georgia FCCLA or GAFCCLA.com. So I'm going to click insert. And this makes it red because I do have a theme of a red for FCCLA's colors. So if I want it just outlined, I can have it like that. Or I can just have the text and the text will be linked. So I'm just going to leave it filled. Let's just say I want this in the center. So I'll pull it over here until I get these blue lines and then I know it's in the center. And then same thing with this. Let's just say I want this in the center. So I'll click on this button and then I'll click on the center one and now it's in the center. So now I want an image. So if you hit select, you can pull something off the internet, and if you hit upload, you can pull something off of your computer. So I'm going to click upload because I just find that easier sometimes. Open something. This one, obviously, as you can tell, isn't that good. So, like I said, I would just pull something off the internet or off of my Google Drive. Let's just choose this photo of some random people in an FCCLA blazer, apparently with somebody official. So I'm going to make sure it's uncropped. However, if I want to crop it, I can pull this in. And let's just say I want to move this down. And just get their faces. Maybe. So let's see. I just want these people. So we're just gonna click check. So now I have these people, and if I want to make them a little bit smaller, on Google Sites, you can see these faint little lines. That is only where you can adjust it to, which I find very inconvenient. However, we just kind of have to deal with it. So now that it's here and I want to move it, I will pull it over and get it in the center, just like I did with the other stuff. And then let's just put it back in the center because it wants to be crazy. So now we have a little picture of those people. So that's all I'm going to show you today. If you need any more information, you can go to berrienmsfccla.weebly.com right here. Or you can email us at Georgia or GASCCLA Region 8 Officer theme. Wait, let me find it. GASCCLA Region 8 at gmail.com. And then advisors, one last thing, you do get honor roll points for having a website. So if you want to get some more honor roll points, have one of your officer team members or one of your members, create the website. And so with all that said, if you do want to go to our region thing, I do have a quick QR code right here that you can scan, and that will take you to that website. So on that note, have fun creating your website. If you want us to see it, or look at it, you can email us the link at that email that you just saw. And so have fun.